Hello and welcome to the weekly live edition of the Sewing Report. I'm your host Jennifer Moore and we talk all things sewing. Welcome, and we are about a week away from Christmas. I'm excited, and if you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah everybody. Again, I'm Jennifer Moore, and in this episode we're going to be talking about our favorite winter sewing patterns. Also, we're going to be starting some new weekly traditions. We're going to show some viewer photos. And I'm also going to share like what I'm watching and maybe some other random stories. So join us if you like that sort of thing. And if you appreciate sewing or if you're just curious about sewing, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I put out videos weekly and we do a live show every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. But first, let's get into last week's poll question. So last week I asked how many of you have gotten your holiday shopping and making done, and I was kind of surprised by the results, but here they are. Okay, so 34 of you answered. It was, do you have your holiday shopping / making done, and 91% said no, or 31 of you, and 8% or 3 of you said yes. So it looks like a lot of us are still in the holiday rush, and I am happy to say that yesterday I actually got all of my Christmas sewing done. Some of it you can see behind me, and I'm actually doing, I taped another video sharing like stuff I've sewn for the holidays. So the stuff you see in the background here. I'm trying to keep the space clean, by the way, so it doesn't look like I'm some sort of slob, which I kind of am. But I'm trying to at least not bring you into the hot mess. So that video will be going up this week. I also did I have another channel that's not sewing related called Jen Talks Forever. If you're interested in seeing what I'm doing when I'm not sewing or being here, you're welcome to check that out. I've linked below my late night trip to Walmart. I vlogged a trip to Walmart. I went at like 9 o'clock at night, which in my opinion is the best time to shop at a big box store, is when there's not a lot of people. There were still quite a few people since it was the holiday season, but it wasn't as bad. And the crowds really started thinning out around 10 o'clock because I went on like a Wednesday. So if you're going to go shopping at like Walmart or your local grocery store, I would highly recommend going at times where no one else is going. It's going to be a lot better of a shopping experience for you, maybe like less frustrating. Like I went to, I went to a Sam's Club on a Valentine's Day once, totally empty. So just a recommendation here, if you are trying to do some shopping, that may be a good time to do it. But if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Also, have you gotten all your holiday shopping and holiday sewing and crafting and baking done? Yes, no, let me know in the comments. What do you still have left to do? And also, what about the holidays? What about the holidays really stresses you out? Like, we don't really do a ton of holiday stuff. Like, I don't really decorate very much. I have like one wreath I put on the door, but honestly, I kind of just hung the wreath up because I don't have a place to put it. So after the holidays is over, I'm going to have to figure that out. But, you know, I try to keep the holidays kind of low stress just because I don't want to be stressed out. And I just find that makes it better. And by the way, I apologize for my hair. My hair is not cooperating today, and yeah, it's raining outside. I just had to go outside to get some packages and stuff, so I'm glad I didn't do my hair, but it's not working very well. So I clearly need some help. I need to watch some beauty vlogger videos or something, because I could use some assistance in this area. But anyways, I do want to share these photos with you. So a viewer named Jamie Carson Cantrell, by the way, thank you, Jamie, for sending these pictures my way. She spotted somebody very important at her local Joann Fabrics, and I wanted to share these with you. So this is Jamie, and look who she saw at the store. It's Santa Claus, everybody. I mean, Santa is, I guess he made his way down from the North Pole and went to a fabric store. So that is Jamie and Santa. Very, very cool. So I thought that was really cute. Jamie, thank you so much for sharing these and letting us share these on the show. If you have a photo you would like me to feature on the show, feel free to, you know, if you're on Instagram, tag me at Sewing Report and put hashtag Sewing Report Squad. I'm going to be trying to check it during the week and hopefully be featuring more of your photos, your makes. But I just thought this was super cute. And check it out, Santa. Joann's put Santa to work, let me tell you. And I love Santa's shirt. It's like the Florida version. I don't know where you live, Jamie, but it's like Florida Santa. You know, it's like beach Santa. I don't know. But they're definitely putting Santa to use over in the cutting area. So, Jamie, thank you for sharing these photos. I think they're just this is super awesome. And I thought it was a really good idea of Joann's to bring in Santa for some holiday cheer. Who doesn't need some holiday cheer? I've got some water going on here. And if you can't tell, I just had a cup of espresso. So I'm just really amped up right now. But, so I thought it would be kind of fun. Last week, somebody at the end of the show, they mentioned, they're like, hey, can you go over some like winter holiday sewing patterns? And I thought that seemed like a good idea. You know, we've done some of my favorite patterns for like DIY gifts, you know, like my favorite holiday gifts. So I rounded up some patterns that I really like, but I would really like to know what you think also. So in the comments, feel free to share your favorite winter or holiday sewing patterns, you know, coats, like New Year's Eve outfits, Christmas dresses, anything that you think is just perfect for the wintertime. It could be gifts, it could be scarves, whatever you want. Let me know, because I think this might be a good resource for people looking for some holiday or winter inspiration. So I picked out a few patterns. Some of the patterns I have, some of them I don't have, but they just looked really cute and awesome, so I thought I would share them. And there's one outfit, the one I shared on Instagram, that one would be perfect for, I think, New Year's Eve. All right, so and I'll get up the chat window too. All right, wow, we've got some people. We've got Tiffany, Zena, Snow Bunny, hello, Howard from Brooklyn. Howard, our lone dude. If there's another dude in here, let me know. So, and also, if you are a dude, maybe this is a good place to connect with some ladies, who knows. Naturally me from Boston, Pico Stitch here. Let me put up the chat window so we can all see here. Okay, so yes, so we're having some fun here. Okay, Snow Bunny says 2 a.m. is the best time for Walmart. I would agree. Although I have to figure out, I like to buy boxed wine at wherever I'm shopping, and I just need to figure out when they stop selling alcohol at these stores. Like in one county here, it's like 2 a.m. Other places, it's like different times. So I just need to make sure wherever I'm going, I could still buy wine at that time, because that's important to me. All right, Howard made 5 tops and a pair of pants for sister. We got Lisa from Seattle. Poncho, hello from Maryland. Sterling, you should start a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter. Sterling, what would if out of curiosity, what do you think I should start the GoFundMe or Kickstarter? Like, what would I offer? Anyways, I'm just curious. Hey, you know what? I'll entertain anything. So, but let me know what do you think I should try to raise money for here. And hello. All right. And Snowbunny is making mom some PJ pants. All right. Are you going to use the donut fabric that you got? Or are you going to give mom something else? And, okay. Yes. Lisa says, okay. And Lisa says holiday traffic is, oh my gosh. Yes. Holiday traffic sucks. And I'm sure if any of you are familiar with Atlanta, you know the traffic situation in Atlanta is not ideal. It's pretty hairy. Even going from one part of town to the other is a very harrowing situation. You really need to plan out your day around the traffic. We've got, okay, oh, and Lisa, that's actually on my list, the Sew House 7 toaster sweater. And I'm actually wearing one of my favorite patterns. This is one of my favorite patterns in general. It's Grainline Studios Linden Sweatshirt. And I've linked all the patterns below that I picked out for this show. I've made like so many versions of the Linden sweatshirt. There's so much you can do with it. I'm wearing, I made one with like shorter sleeves, and I added like a circle peplum sleeve to it, whatever you'd call this. You can do a lot with it, so I am a fan. All right, and Pico Stitch says, I'm making New Look 6469, a raglan long sleeve knit dress. Oh, that sounds nice. That does sound really cozy for winter. We've got Jennifer here. Thank you so much, fellow Jennifer. We got Debbie here from Florida. I'm not done shopping making yet. God, running out. I know, we've got a week left, so don't, and, if you really get down to the wire, you can give gift cards. Gift cards are always a winner in my book. We got Vic here. I searched quilt block pattern free on Pinterest and added a border for an easy square table runner. Oh, that sounds cute. And Snow Bunny, okay, so Snow Bunny is making her mom some PJ pants. She's using different fabrics. So Snow Bunny got some really cute donut fabric and made some PJ pants for herself. Oh, okay, so, oh no, yes, so I can't get this fabric anymore since I got the fabric when Hancock Fabrics went out of business. I know, yeah, Hancock's going out of business was kind of a bummer, and I'm super bummed because our new apartment is really close to where a Hancock's used to be. So I'm a little bit sad. We got Jennifer from Germany. It's 9 p.m. here. Wow, that is so cool. And we got Terry. If you need a quick holiday outfit, Simplicity 1018 with leggings and boots. Marie from Ireland. Hello everybody. All right, so anyways, let me share some of the patterns that I kind of picked out. And again, they're all linked below, so if you want to reference them or go to the website or purchase them, I tried to link everything. So the first one, of course, is my Linden Sweatshirt. This is one version I made. So they have a couple different versions. They've got one with long sleeves and, you know, like cuffs for the wrist and the waistband, and this one is kind of a more like t-shirty version, and I made this in some art gallery fabrics, Boardwalk Delight, and I used a cover stitch machine to do the hemming. You can also use like a twin needle, or you can, you know, try to use like a stretch stitch or, you know, a zigzag on the end, so you don't have to have a cover stitch machine. But I just find the Linden Sweatshirt pattern is just so versatile, and I just find I keep making it again and again. And actually, I was even thinking you could even take that Linden Sweatshirt pattern and add a skirt to it, so you could actually turn it, I really feel like you could turn it into a dress if you wanted to. Maybe get like an elastic waist and it would be a super cute knit dress. So that is probably one of my favorite patterns, and it's perfect for pretty much any time of the year, but winter you could make a bunch of sweatshirts just to lounge around in if you're like me and you never leave the house. But that is the pattern I'm wearing today, and the one I'm wearing is I got this cut of fabric off of, I think I got it off of Mass Drop, which is like this co-op buying site. I got it like a couple of years ago, and it's an organic cotton knit, and it's like geometric like hexagons. It's cute fabric, and I used it to make some gifts. I used it to make a couple, actually that fabric is what I used to make the next pattern on my list, which is Sew House 7's toaster sweater. So Sew House 7 is a kind of an indie pattern company, really cute stuff. And there's a couple versions you can make. This is the version with like the mock turtleneck and then the waistband. And you can also make a version that that doesn't have that neck on it. So there's a couple different versions of the toaster sweater you can make. I like this one because you can use a serger to make the entire thing, and there's no hemming on it. So I liked that about it. And it was super easy to make, real easy to put together. Actually, it kind of reminded me of the Linden Sweatshirt in construction. So if you liked the Linden Sweatshirt, you will also like the Sew House 7 toaster sweater. And that is another one of my favorite holiday patterns. All right, we got a couple more comments. Let's go to those. All right, okay. A couple more comments. We got Marie, her kid keeps getting out of bed. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, they're probably just excited. I mean, Christmas is coming. I don't blame him. And you know, when I was a kid, I didn't want to go to bed either. All right, Poncho is cutting some blue shirting I got from Mood in New York City. Made a pilgrimage to the garment district and making M7360. Well, that sounds like fun, and you're close to a Mood fabric, so I'm kind of jealous. All right, Vic says, I still need to make a pot holder and a handbag, and I have to finish a wall hanging I started. More excuses? I know. Do we really need an excuse to sew? I don't know. And Howard is making a vintage New Look 6890. It's a great top with a funnel neck. And Snow Bunny, if you can help her out, she wants to know if anyone knows of a good hoodie pattern. So if you have a suggestion for a hoodie pattern, feel free to comment and let her know, because I'm sure she would appreciate the suggestions. We've got Ellen here. Hello, Ellen. I'm so glad you are on. Love your videos. I just got my brother sewing an embroidery machine out of layaway. Woohoo! Can't wait to start using it. I'm so excited. All right. And thank you very much. Yes, I do like this sweater. And okay, Howard says that's a funnel neck. Yes, I guess, I don't know what you like. It sort of was like a turtleneck though. I don't know. Like it's like in when I made it in different fabrics, like I made it in like a quilted knit, and it like really stood up. So it's cute. It's cute. All right, we got Jennifer from Germany. I have a wintry silk jersey laying around here. I have spent a good amount of money for it, so I want to do something cool with it, but I have no idea. Could you help? So is it like a stretch jersey? That sounds real. And is it lightweight? And if anyone has any suggestions for Jennifer, I'm sure she would appreciate it. That sounds like gorgeous fabric, but Jennifer, let us know. It sounds like it's kind of a lightweight fabric. And how many yards of it do you have? So I think that also kind of depends on it, but it sounds really cute. Wintry. Oh, I like that. Especially if it's in like an ice blue or something. All right, Marie, I think my 3-year-old wants to watch your live report. Marie, you know what? They can never get started too early sewing, right? Right. All right. Yes. And Debbie says a New York Fashion District plan discussion would be a good podcast subject. Would love to plan a trip. You know, Debbie, that would be interesting, although I don't know if I'm the best person to do it. I've been to New York City like 3 times, and I've never been to the Fashion District. Although I should have gone, like I was there a couple years ago for work, and I didn't really do a lot of sightseeing. I think I just went to restaurants and ate. But that would actually be pretty cool. And it sounds, I don't know if I could go back to New York. I'm not really, like, I grew up in New York State. So I don't know, for some reason, I just needed to escape and come down south. So I haven't really been to New York a lot, and especially not New York City. But that does sound cool, especially just to go fabric shopping. All right, and Marie says she just made the paper cut patterns undercover hood. So Snow Bunny, maybe that's the pattern for you. I don't know. We should definitely look that up. Okay, and Jennifer, it is blue, stretchy, and lightweight. I have 1.7 meters. Okay, so it's lightweight, and I'll have to admit, I haven't worked a lot with lightweight knits. I've had some struggles with them. But let me know if anyone has any suggestions for Jennifer. Let us know. So she's got 1.7 meters. So I'm assuming that might be like 2 yards of blue, stretchy, lightweight silk jersey. It sounds really awesome. What if you made like a top, like kind of like a cute top, like maybe like a long sleeve, like kind of dressy blouse? I think that would be kind of cute. And Ellen, okay, she just did her first YouTube video and unboxing of my new machine. All right, we'll have to check. All right, so Ellen, if this is your channel, we will have to check that out. So that sounds like fun. But yeah, Jennifer, if I was in your shoes and I had that material, I might try to make like a really cute dressy top. Maybe one with like some draping on it. That would be really adorable, I think. And that would probably cover the 1.7 meters, I'm guessing. But yeah, I've had some trouble in the past. I need to get better with sewing with the lightweight fabrics. I tried sewing with some lightweight knits to make like a cardigan. I will say it did not go well for me. I was just having trouble sewing the seam. Like, I don't know, I should have used something to stabilize the seam, because it just kind of got like eaten up in the machine. But yeah, I need to work on that. But let me show you some more patterns that I found. Okay, so these are the ones I'm going to show you. They're mostly McCall's or Vogue. I was kind of looking around, and of course, there's so many patterns. These are just ones that kind of caught my eye. Okay, so this is M7688. It is a really cute Ruffle Sweatshirt. I thought this looked really adorable. Very much up my alley. It's linked below, and there's like all the McCalls and Vogue and, Butter, Quick Sew, Simplicity patterns, this one has a few different versions you can make, so some of them don't have ruffles. But I really like how sometimes you can get these patterns and they have 4 different views. So you don't always have to make the one you see in the photo. You could make another version. They have different lengths, but I really love the ruffles on this shirt, and I just thought it looked really adorable. Actually, I wonder, Jennifer, I wonder if that would work for your fabric. That would be kind of cute in a nice blue, I think. In blue, I don't know. But I just thought this pattern looked really cute, so I thought I would share it. I don't know, it's definitely up my alley, and let me try to scroll. But yeah, I just thought this looked really adorable, and so that is one of my picks for winter holiday patterns. Some of these are new, some of these are not new, but I just was looking around and I saw that, and it just really caught my eye. I just thought it was very cool. So that is one of the patterns that I liked. Okay, and Jennifer says, yes, ruffles. So that if you like ruffles, maybe that's the pattern for you, is M7688. Okay, so the next one, this one just looked really cute. It's family. It's like a McCall's pattern. It's M7699, M7699, and it's like this pattern for matching PJs for your whole family. and I just thought that looked kind of cool. So they had like a version for mom, dad, kids, and even if you have an American Girl doll, they had a version for the doll. So you could all have matching jammies for Christmas, and I thought that looked really cute. And I believe, yeah, like I think I saw in the Joann's ad that they're having a sale. Let me see. I thought they were having a sale on patterns this weekend. So if you are looking for patterns, maybe that is the thing to pick up. But I just thought these PJs were super cute. All right, so let me go to the next one. Okay, so this one, I found a few coat patterns that I really liked that I thought I would share. Okay, so this one is, this is a Vogue pattern. This is a V9136 or V9136. And it is a woolen coat. And I think this one is not lined. So if you don't, I think it was like one of the very easy patterns. So if you're new to coat making and you don't want to deal with the lining, this one I don't think had a lining, I believe. So it should be a little more beginner friendly if you don't have a lot of experience sewing or if you've never really sewn a coat before. I love the fabric they picked out for the photo and for the sample. And I just think it's cute. And also it didn't have, I believe this one does not have set-in sleeves. So setting in sleeves can be kind of a hassle. And this pattern did not have that. So hopefully it will be a little easier for you if you don't like setting in sleeves. I just love the fabric. I thought it looked very vintage, and I liked the look of it. So that is one of my other picks. Okay, so let me go to the next one. So these are some dressier patterns that I liked. This one is another Vogue. I really like the Vogue patterns. I think there's some really great styles. All right, this one is a dress. This would be so cute for holiday parties. This is V1565, and it's just super cute. I believe this is lined as well, but don't you love the sleeves on that? It's like a cape / a sleeve, and the underside of the sleeve has a slit in it. I just thought that was a really, really like striking dress. I love the fabric they chose, and I just thought this one, I've seen that, I don't have this pattern, and actually I don't have the patterns some of the patterns I'm showing, but I just saw them and I just really like these patterns, so I thought I would share them with you. But this one is just super, I just love what they did with the sample and the fabric. I mean, you would definitely be these, like, all eyes would, if you wore this dress to a party, like, people would probably just stop and stare at you. It's so beautiful. And it's just so unique. I really love this. I love the style of this. I'm kind of nuts about it. So that is one of my other picks. So on the last one, okay, so this one is for New Year's Eve. I do not really have New Year's plans at this point. I'm probably going to stay home and work. I don't know. My husband may have to work anyways. He works a lot of holidays. But if you are going out and you need to look banging, this is the outfit to do it in. It's V1506, and this is a jumpsuit. And it didn't look that difficult. It didn't look too bad. It has a lining in it. But I love the sample. I love the sample fabric. They chose like a sequin mesh type fabric. I mean, this is this is another showstopper outfit. If you are looking for an amazing jumpsuit, I think this pattern looks really cool. I've never made a jumpsuit. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever worn a jumpsuit. But, you know, hey, there's sort of an aspirational thing here going on. I just like this. I don't know if I could pull it off. I need to maybe eat a few less Christmas cookies. But I'm a fan of this, and I just thought this outfit was really, like, awesome. So that is my other pick for a winter pattern. All right, let me go back to the comments. Let's see what you guys think. Okay, and all right, Terry has a suggestion for Jennifer. It's Simplicity 1014. Just pick up some velour for the trim. Oh, that sounds cool. And yeah, so Terry, yeah, I've tried to use like some stabilizer for thin knits. If anyone has any tips for sewing with thin knits, I could definitely use some help with that. I've tried putting like some water-soluble stabilizer under the seam, and it didn't really do anything. Is there another type of stabilizer you've used that's worked for you, or what you have? You know, if you have something that works, let us know, because I could certainly use that. I could certainly use it as well. But yeah, and Debbie says, V9136 looks very elegant. I've always found Vogue patterns easy to follow. I am really, like, I have a few Vogue patterns. I haven't done a lot of them. I made the one collar shirt, but I have a bunch of them and I just need to actually make them. I also really, I think in 2018, I really do want to try to make my husband some dress shirts. He says he'll wear them if they look good. If they don't look good, he's not going to wear them, which is very, you know, he's kind of brutally honest. And he also knows how to sew too, so he's definitely not someone who gives out compliments lightly. Let's just say that. But that's one thing I'm trying to do. All right, Howard says there are tons of vintage patterns at great prices on eBay. And yeah, I need to check that out. Also, someone suggested that I get a mystery box of vintage patterns off Goodwill. I'm thinking about it. The only thing that's holding me back is I think I'm trying not to buy as much. So that's the one thing where I'm like, I don't know if I want to continue to bring stuff in, but I do think that would be a fun unboxing to do, like a mystery unboxing where I don't know what's in it. I'm just opening stuff up. So we'll have to see. All right, and Terry says, Marie, don't sew the side seam. Put the leave into the body, then sew the sleeve and side seam as one. Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, and I've done that as well. So Terry, are you saying that you sewed the sleeve in flat instead? I think. I've done that too, and it does work better for some patterns. Just because I really don't like setting sleeves in the round, even though that's like the proper way to do things. I don't like it. So yeah. Anyways, guys, so let me know what are your favorite winter patterns? What are you sewing right now? And is there a winter pattern that you find you've been sewing again and again and again? Like for me, it's that Linden Sweatshirt. I just keep making more of them. Is there one pattern in particular that you just, you have other patterns, but you keep going back to the tried and true? So that's what I'm kind of curious about. But yeah, so I finished my holiday sewing and I'm just hanging out. I also wanted to share with you, back in the day, I used to watch the show called PSYCH on USA Network. It's about this guy. It sounds weird, but he pretends to be a psychic detective. He's not actually psychic. He just has like one of those photographic memories, and he's just very deductive. He uses a lot of deductive reasoning. The show is awesome. It's pretty family friendly, so if you do have kids, it's probably okay if they're like over 10. But for a while, Psych was on Netflix, and then they took it off. I was very sad, but the Psych creators made a Christmas movie, so I'm actually in the process of watching it like this. I was in the process of watching it last night and today. So if you are a fellow Psycho, that's what they call Psych fans, I've linked below where you can watch it for free. I don't even have cable anymore, and they've made it available on the website for free. So if you're looking for something fun to watch this holiday season, this Christmas season, the Psych movie, I would highly recommend it. There's another show I started watching this week too that's really good. This one's definitely not family friendly. There is a lot of strong language, and weirdly there is some nudity in there, although it's not like nudity for this. It's not in the way that you would think. But it's called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and it's an Amazon Prime Video original, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, when I was using Amazon like 10 years ago, it was to buy and sell used books, and I never would have imagined that Amazon would be creating their own movies and TV shows. But that's the direction they've gone, and they apparently, they're killing it. Amazon is everywhere. Amazon's in our houses. Amazon is delivering us groceries, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be like an Amazon prison soon, or like an Amazon police force, who knows. But yes, so this show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, is about this woman in the 50s. So if you liked the show Mad Men and you kind of miss that vibe, this show has the same like style, and I'm loving the costumes. The costumes on the show are incredible. But it's about this woman. She's living as a housewife, and she enjoys the life. She doesn't mind it. But her spoiler alert, her husband ends up leaving her, and she ends up trying to get into stand-up comedy back in the 50s. So it's a really interesting show. I think the character, Mrs. Maisel, her name is Midge Maisel. She's a Jewish housewife, and it's just a really good show. and I like the characters. Also, oh, here's another kicker. It was created by Amy Sherman Palladino of Gilmore Girls. So if you like Gilmore Girls, this is sort of like a more grown-up version of Gilmore Girls, and it's also set in a different time period. So it's a really good show. There's only, 10? I think there's only like 10 episodes so far, 10 or 12. So if you haven't seen it, oh, hey, Lizzie Lane Designs. So if you haven't checked out Mrs. Maisel, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, definitely check it out. Although, yes, just a warning, it does have some language and some nudity in it. Although, the nudity is not, it's not in the context that you would think. It's a funny show, and it just is I do like these shows with stronger, more complex female characters, and she definitely is one of those. And I think one thing that strikes me about the show is how focused on appearance I think some women, feel like they have to live up to. Like in the show, every day this woman measures, takes her body measurements so she can tell if she's gaining weight or not. Like, it's kind of crazy. And also in the show, another thing she does is, again, there's this unrealistic standard of beauty, but every night after they go to bed, she keeps her makeup on, and then after her husband goes to sleep, she takes off all her makeup, puts her curlers in, puts on cold cream, and then in the morning before he wakes up, she actually reapplies makeup and does her hair so that her husband never sees her looking natural, which is a lot of work. I'm like, how, girl, what, you crazy? But that's what she does to kind of keep the magic there, I guess. It's a really interesting show, and I would highly recommend it if that sounds like it's up your alley. So anyways, I know I got off of a tangent, but I binge watched Mrs. Maisel while I was sewing. I'm always looking for things to watch while I'm sewing, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. Also, I'm very excited because I got on Amazon this week, I got all 8 seasons of the show Monk, which is again another one of my favorite shows. And Tony Shalhoub, who's probably one of my favorite actors, he's such a talented actor. He plays the father of the main character on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So that's actually kind of what got me to buy the Monk DVDs. I was like, Tony Shalhoub! I was like, I need more of you. So I went on Amazon, and the Monk DVD set was on sale for $44, which for 8 seasons of an hour show is actually a pretty good price. So I went ahead and bought the Monk seasons 1 through 8, and I'm not regretting it at all. So that's another thing I'm watching, and I'm also watching The Crown season 2 right now, which is another show that I'm loving. Although I have to say, with The Crown, season 2 is not a very uplifting season. I find myself kind of feeling depressed, and I'm like, man, that's such a bummer. So if you're looking for something light and fun, The Crown Season 2 may not be it. It's a very good show, but it's not Season 2 is definitely not a feel-good season. So I'm a little bit, and then I'm Google, because it's kind of based on real people, you find yourself Googling the people, be like, did they really do that? And apparently so. Anyways, yeah, so all right, Lisa says, my tried and true dress pattern for all time is the Colette Moneta dress, and it's good for beginners. Is that one free, Lisa? Or is that one... I know Colette has some free patterns. I don't think the Moneta is free, though, right? If it is, let me know. I think I'm getting it confused with the Colette Sorbetto tank top. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people make the Moneta dress, and I actually haven't made any of the Colette patterns. Maybe I should try one. And Lisa says, I saw that show. If you notice, you'll see in the show that, yes, her mother does the same thing about not removing her. It's crazy. I can't imagine how much work it would be to, never let your partner see you without makeup on. That is a lot. My mind was blown. I was like, damn, I can't believe these people are doing that. It's so crazy. And Charlotte, yes, while you're watching The Crown, you're like, did Anthony Armstrong Jones, was he really cheating? Was he really, I don't know, that whole storyline is kind of nuts. And I have a story. So my cousin Tori, she has been traveling a lot. So my cousin Tori, she's on Instagram. She's at roaming_Tori, Tori. And my cousin, she just graduated law school, and she did this European trip. And she doesn't now, to add context into this, she does not watch The Crown at all. But while in London, she accidentally stumbled upon the season 2 Crown premiere in London and has a selfie with Matt Smith. I was like, I can't believe this. But she didn't watch the show at all, so she didn't really know. She didn't know any of these people. I don't even think she's watched the show yet. But I told her, I was like, it's a really good show and you should watch it. So yeah, so my cousin, I know, like, what luck, she goes to London and she happens to just randomly come across this big premiere in London and gets a selfie with Matt Smith. Nothing like that has ever happened to me. So I was like, that's kind of nuts. So, okay, Pico Stitch just picked up the Minetta in the BOGO Cyber Monday sale. Excited to make it in January. You know, I do need to check out the Colette patterns. How do you guys find the fit are with them too? Like, some of the pattern, like some indie pattern companies tend to jive with your body style more than others. So I'm just kind of curious. I have not really tried any of the Colette patterns though, but I am interested. I'm interested in trying some new things. Lisa, yes, that guy. Okay, so if you guys haven't watched The Crown, Princess Margaret, which is Queen Elizabeth's sister, she ends up marrying this photographer guy, and he's a little bit bohemian. And by bohemian, I mean, it was the 60s. He's a little bit, like, I would say morally flexible. We'll go with that. And he's kind of an interesting guy. And then and Lisa, did you see, so apparently on the show, one of the storylines is that he is having an affair with a married couple at the time that he's, like, also with Princess Margaret. And apparently in real life, he actually did father an illegitimate child with the couple's wife, which is kind of nuts. And I can't believe they actually let them get married. Like, because I was, while watching it, you kind of realize how much things have changed from the 50s and 60s until now. I mean, look at Prince Harry is marrying Meghan Markle, who's an American divorcee. But back in that time, marrying a divorcee was absolutely forbidden. And in fact, that's why was it King Edward, the one who abdicated the throne? I was like, that's not, like, the whole storyline about the royal family is kind of crazy, like the real story, which is kind of, I don't know. I was just watching it, you're like, I can't believe all that stuff actually happened, and it did. But it looks interesting. So I've been loving that. My husband does not like those shows at all, so he's been like, what are you watching? But he is watching Monk. He likes Monk too, so we've been watching that. Anyways, I know we've gotten a little bit off topic, but I just had to talk about The Crown. Like, I've been watching it, and I'm on episode 9 of season 2, so I've got one more left. But episode 9 is also not a very it is not a very positive episode. So I just find myself feeling really sad while watching it, and I'm like, oh. But I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm probably gonna sign off soon. I've got a lot of editing to do, and also I also wanted to let you know too, I've started yet another YouTube channel. So I have a few YouTube channels now. I've got this one, Sewing Report. I also do the one where I focus more on my life outside of sewing, Jen Talks Forever. And someone actually encouraged me to start yet another channel about working in the media industry. So I actually went ahead and did that. So if you go to my channel page, I've linked it. This one is actually, I know, and I'm like, man, another channel, really, Jen? I know. So this one is actually called X TV Producer, and I'm going to be making some videos just talking as much as I can about what it's like to work in the TV news business, since I recently left my job and I'm now retired from the business, I guess. So I started making some videos just because there's a lot I think people don't know about working in the media industry, so I thought maybe it would be kind of interesting for folks who haven't worked, who don't have any experience with that. And also I'm going to be producing some videos about, media relations and some other things. I'm hoping to interview some of my other ex-TV News colleagues. So if you are at all, you don't have to. If that is not your thing, don't worry about it. But if you are kind of curious about what it's like to work in the media industry or from a TV producer standpoint, I'm going to be making some videos. Yes, I'm making a lot of videos. But I really enjoy it because I'm getting to make, now that I have the time, I'm getting to make videos on pretty much anything I want to, like sewing videos, you know, vlogs, product reviews, like what, you know, this, just talking about what it was like to work in TV news. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's been very liberating to be able to create the type of content that I'm dictating, and I don't have to worry about, you know, getting project approval or having my boss tell me what I'm going to be doing. So that's kind of nice. And thank you guys so much for your support. It's been, so far this has been awesome. All right, let's get to some more comments. Okay, so Terry, all-time most made pattern, new look 6567, new favorite new look 6345, and McCall's 6754. Most made self-drafted is a pencil skirt with a yoga waistband. Oh, that sounds really comfortable. All right. Yes, and Lisa, even for Prince Charles, he couldn't marry Camilla Parker Bowles at the time. No, he couldn't, and that's crazy. And now, like, now England is getting all, I mean, Prince Harry would not have been able to marry Meghan Markle 30 years ago. But it's kind of interesting to see how far they've progressed as a society, and even in America, how far we've come. Like, I was thinking about this. I'm in an interracial marriage, and probably in 30 to 50 years ago, that wouldn't have happened either. So, like, you can do things now that you couldn't, even a pretty short, like, 20, 30 years ago is actually still pretty recent. So, thinking about it, it's kind of nuts how much more liberty we do have in our personal choices like that. All right, we got Ellen. This is my new sewing channel. My new brother sewing machine unboxing is on this. Okay, so Ellen, thank you very much. And definitely check out Ellen's channel if you want to see her brother sewing machine unboxing. Yay! So yes, I'm all for people starting sewing YouTube channels. We need more of them, guys. We need more of us on YouTube. We need more of us with voices. So I'm very excited, Ellen, to see you starting a YouTube channel. And don't be afraid of it. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing this, right? Okay, so I do want to share the Joann's sale. Let's see when the patterns are on sale. Also, apparently the Christmas and holiday stuff is 70% off. And it's not even Christmas yet. It's already wow, that's 70% off. It's kind of crazy. All right, so let's see when when are the patterns going to be on sale? All right, I'm trying to find. Okay, so right Thursday to Saturday, December 21st to the 23rd, the Butterick patterns will be $199. The Vogue patterns will be $499, and the McCall patterns will be $199. It's a really good sale. So it starts this Thursday, December 21st, and it goes to Saturday the 23rd. That's a pretty decent sale. I might have to go to Joann's just to see what they've got. I haven't been to a Joann's in a long time. So maybe I'll go and do a little vlog. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But this has been a lot of fun. Okay. Oh, all right. So yes, YouTube is amazing. Yes, Marie, I totally agree. And yes, if you guys would like to take this week's poll question is, oh, hold on a second. I've got it somewhere. Okay, this week's poll question is, and all you have to do is, up in your right-hand corner of the screen, there's a little eye. You can click on it, and you'll see some links to other videos, and then you'll see the poll question. What's your favorite thing to sew in the winter? I had to pick some multiple choices here, so some things may be left out. So I said coats/jackets, dresses, pajamas, quilts, or loungewear. Out of those 5 things, what's your favorite thing to sew in the winter? If you'd like to participate in the poll question, I'm going to be revealing the results in next week's show, so you're welcome to do that. So yeah, that's this week's poll question, and guys, I think I'm going to head out though soon I've got to edit. I shot like a bunch of videos, so I'm hoping to edit them today. I'm going to be honest with you, I've been really getting back into the sewing groove, and I feel like really pumped up to make things. So I got some supplies today, and I've got a project in the works that I think could be really fun. So it's kind of I want to do some more experimental sewing. I think that's the thing that I really want to do in the next year or so, is do things I haven't done before, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and try some things. They might work, they might not work, but I think just just giving it the old college try is what I need to do. And getting out there and doing some things, learning some new things. I'm also trying to learn, one other thing I'm trying to do for the videos is I'm trying to learn some special effects using After Effects. So if I can do that, you may see some cooler stuff in the videos, and I really want to do that because I think it would just, you know, up the fun factor and, I don't know, make it a little bit better. Oh, and Pico Stitch has a good question. Does anyone have tips for lining knits? I feel like a lot of jersey fabrics are too thin for winter and in general. You know, I would agree. Like, sometimes I find a knit fabric and it would be great as like a top or a dress, but it's sheer. So it's like, what do you do? That would be kind of interesting to know. Like, can you underline knits? I don't know, interesting. That's a very interesting question. So if someone has an answer for Pico Stitch, feel free to chime in, because I'm definitely not the expert in that department. And yes, Lisa, to answer your question, I did do the 5 questions, 1 take tag. There is a video a few weeks back if you would like to watch it. So yeah, I do think that would be a lot of fun to maybe try to line some knits, or maybe, can you underline knits? It's a good question. And if you guys have something, I think next week, I'm not sure what next week's show is going to be about, but if you have any suggestions, feel free to chime in. Because I think that next week's Christmas Eve, so maybe I'll do something fun for Christmas Eve. We'll have to see. I'll have to think of something. I'm not exactly sure what though. So, and Howard says there are stretch linings available. Oh, that sounds cool. And so sort of like I've seen those like bathing suit linings, like if you're making a swimsuit, that sort of thing. Because I did take a class on making a swimsuit, a craftsy class, although I didn't end up making a swimsuit. That's one thing I would like to do, even though I don't go swimming and don't have an occasion to wear it. I think making a bathing suit just would be kind of fun. And I have a bunch of supplies that I bought that just are kind of going, like I bought things like, I'm like, I'll use these someday, and then I've never used it. And Sherry, Jennifer, I loved your update video of you sewing your own clothes in 2017. Do you plan on continuing making your clothes next year? Sherry, the answer is pretty much yes. I think from doing this year, I've definitely learned that I can go without buying new clothes for sure. And my situation, because I was like, you know, I'm not just going to make clothes I wore myself. I'm going to wear clothes that I already owned. It was actually pretty easy to transition to that. And you kind of realize how little you actually need and how many clothes you really wear on a normal basis. It's not that many. The only thing I'm wondering about, I'm not at the point where I'm making bras yet. So if I was going to buy anything, it might be bras if I'm not at the skill set to make my own yet. So that's one thing that I think I would allow. Like, if I was going to buy anything, I would allow myself to buy bras. Like, I could probably try to make my own, but they probably wouldn't. The first few probably wouldn't be that good. And as the ladies out there know, you do need a good quality bra. And if I cannot make those myself, I'll probably be forced to buy those. But I am gonna get some more knit fabric to make some more underwear with. And I think I continue this. I don't wear socks a lot, so I don't really need like socks. I have enough jeans. I've got enough pants. Plus, working from home now, I don't really need a work wardrobe anymore. So that's one thing that I probably won't need. Marie, you have more confidence in me than I do. I'd like to try bras. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I'm going to be announcing, I'm adding a new layer to the challenge, so stay tuned, because I'm going to make it harder for myself in 2018. And that actually might make it more difficult to make the bras once you see what the challenge is. But I'm going to be announcing that within a week or so, what the 2018 challenge is. But yes, I do plan to continue not buying clothes. And I think from moving and from getting, like, we probably got rid of at least half our stuff in the move. If we couldn't sell it, we just gave it away to people. I gave away a lot of stuff to neighbors that we didn't really need. And we just kind of realized how little we really need and how much stuff we bought over the years that just made no sense. and just didn't really have a purpose, and we thought we needed it, but we didn't. So I'm definitely, so yeah, I'm gonna continue to make my own clothes, and also, but like I think the big theme of next year is gonna be using up my fabric, trying to use up my fabric stash, and also being more creative. I think I would like to really be more creative with the sewing, and try to just do things that I haven't done before. So yes, and Terry, I did get an Evie LaLouve underwear kit before, and it worked out great. Although I made the undies too small. I kind of did some wishful thinking with the sizing, so they're a little bit small. But yeah. And Vic says, I've never used a pattern to make anything except that one pot holder that looks like a donut, so I'll be looking into these patterns suggested. You know, Vic, I like drafting my own stuff, like, especially with, like, quilts or something like a home deck item, it's pretty easy. With clothes, I do find it's a lot easier to follow a pattern, especially if it's a good pattern. So that's definitely something that, like, if you're getting into clothes, I would definitely recommend start off using a pattern. And then when you get comfortable working with the patterns, it's easier for you to figure out how to alter them or how to do something yourself. But clothing is the one thing I've definitely had the most challenges with the fit things and with certain techniques. In working with fabrics, like, I think quilting cotton is definitely one of the easier fabrics to work with. And when you start working with, like, stretch fabrics or slinky fabrics, things can get a little frustrating. Like, I made that one outfit with polyester crepe, and oh my gosh, I just found myself frustrated at so many points. But I am going to be making some tip and technique videos, hopefully. Now, I'm not an expert in a lot of things, but there are some things that I've learned along the way that made my life easier, so I'm going to be making some videos just sharing just things that I like to do to make things a little less frustrating. All right, and Snow Bunny says, my goal for 2018 is only adding to my stash once every quarter to force myself to use up my stash. And again, I think that's a really good goal. I just think it's so easy with what we do to where it just gets so out of control and overwhelming. I don't want to be at that point. And from moving, I just found, like, I realized how much fabric I had, and it was a little bit like, I didn't realize I even had that much fabric. So that was a little bit of a tough reality to face. So yeah, but if I can figure out the bra thing, I think I would be in a better position. I'd also eventually like to be able to make a suit, or to, I bought some suiting type fabrics, so I'm going to try to experiment with that and maybe try to make some type of suit. That would actually be pretty cool. But there's so much to know with, like, the interfacing and, and I want them to be good quality garments, so I do want to put in the time to learn how to make a more couture type item of clothing rather than something that may look okay for a few times wearing and then falls apart. So I think my goal with sewing is to not only make things, but make good things, and make things that will last a long time. And if I'm putting all this time into sewing it, I want it to be something that, is a higher quality finished product. All right, so Marie says goals for 2018. I think that, that does sound like a good show. Also, maybe we can talk about New Year's. So maybe we can talk about goals next week, and also maybe some, like, New Year's type fashion. I think that'd be kind of fun. Yes, and yeah, I agree, Marie. Yes, we would all get inspiration from each other. That would be a lot of fun. I think we should do. All right, so next week we can talk about our goals and plans for 2018, and also let's do a little Christmas and New Year's fun too. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out and do some video editing, but I hope everyone has a great Sunday, and if you haven't gotten your Christmas sewing done yet, we still have another week left, so don't worry, guys, especially if you don't have to mail out your gifts. If you're giving them in person, you've got a little more time, but I'm actually going to try to mail out my packages hopefully by tomorrow, and that would be cool. And Sherry says, that is great, Marie. I've been researching capsule wardrobe and been wanting to try my goal for 2018. That sounds really cool, and yes, like, I think focusing on our goals and also how to, like, not just make random stuff, but make stuff that makes sense and make stuff that goes together. So, guys, it's been lovely, and I will see you all next week for a very special holiday. But it will be a holiday-themed show for sure. And if you have any photos you'd like to share, hashtag Sewing Report Squad, and I'm going to be checking it later this week. And if I see any fun pictures, I will be sharing it with you. So I will see you guys next week, and you all have a good Sunday and a happy sewing if you are doing some sewing this week for the holidays.